Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making pistachio crusted lemon bars from the cooking book Sababa. So what we have for the crust is our pistachios that are already shelled. We have a half a cup of those. We have 6 tablespoons of cold coconut oil. We have a half a cup of all-purpose flour. For this I'm using gluten-free flour, so this recipe will be gluten-free and dairy-free. We've got a half a cup of confectioner sugar and a teaspoon of fresh lemon zest. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our pistachios into the food processor. And we're going to give those a little pulse. Now we're going to add in our other ingredients. And we're going to start adding in our coconut oil by the spoonful, which is really hard. And that's going to bring it together into kind of a meal so that we can put it into our pan to make a crust. Feels like it takes a long time when you feel. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, just a little bit of coconut oil left. We're going to get all of that in there. Okay, so while the recipe called for 6 tablespoons, we needed a little bit more, but really what you want to get is when it starts sticking together so that you've got kind of a nice meal there. So we're going to press this into our prepared pan. So what this is, it's an 8x8 pan. It's got parchment paper, a little bit of coconut oil to keep it from sticking, and we're just going to dump all of this in there and press it into a crust. We don't want to pack it. We're just going to push it in there lightly. This is going to get chilled and then it's going to get baked. Okay, so now we're going to make the lemon curd filling that goes into our pistachio crusted lemon bars. So we're going to turn on a medium-high heat, and what I've got here are 4 egg yolks plus 3 whole eggs. That's going to go into the saucepan. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And I've got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch plus a 1/4 cup of sea salt. And that's what's going to make it nice and thick, is the cornstarch. We're going to whisk that up to start. And once that comes together, we're going to add our lemon juice and our lemon zest. So for lemon juice, we have a full cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. The recipe says about 5 lemons, depends on how juicy your lemons are. I think I used 6½. And then 4 tablespoons of lemon zest. So what I did was before I squeezed my lemons, I just went ahead and zested them. There's the lemon juice and the lemon zest. So we're going to cook this about 8 or 9 minutes until it thickens up, and we'll coat the back of a spoon. And then what we'll do is we will strain it so we get all those little lumps of lemon zest out, and put it in the refrigerator to chill for a minute. We'll bake our crust that we already made. We'll put the two together and we'll bake again. Okay, so now we're starting to get really thick. Let's see. I'm going to grab the spoon. Yep, we are done. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, it's good. It's a little tart, but good. We're going to go ahead and strain this. Okay. Now we're just going to push it through that strainer so that we don't have any lumpy bits of fresh zest in there. You can always buy lemon zest, or lemon curd, but what I found is that most of them contain dairy. So if you want dairy-free, this seems to be a better bet, is to go ahead and make it yourself. Okay. And we are going to put some saran wrap over the top, letting it touch. And that way we can prevent it from getting a skin while it cools down a little bit, just like if you were making homemade pudding. Just going to put that in and just let it touch the surface. So we've got our crust. It's going to go into a preheated 325-degree oven for about 20 to 22 minutes. It's supposed to puff up and sink down again and become nice and golden brown. When that comes out, we're going to add the lemon curd, raise the temperature of the oven, and bake again. Okay, and our crust is done. It is just lightly golden brown, and we are going to raise the temperature to 350. Let that preheat, and then we'll put the lemon curd in and send everything to bake at the same time. Okay, so the crust is cooled for a few minutes and firmed up. So now we're going to put the lemon curd that we made before into the crust and put it back into the oven, which is now at 350 degrees for about 16 to 17 minutes. So we're just going to get all that in there. And just smooth it out. Let's back into the oven. Okay, so our lemon curd looks like it's all baked. We're going to take this out. All done. Next step is we're going to let it cool down for a little bit, cover it with plastic wrap, and put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, although it's getting late here, so I'm going to make it more of an overnight thing, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so next morning we've got our lemon bars. They have set up overnight, so we're going to cut them and garnish them. So this is why you use the parchment paper, so it lifts right out. And we're going to slide it off. And then this is supposed to make 16 bars, so with a really sharp knife, we're going to go ahead and cut this. And then you can garnish it however you like. The cookbook recommends using chopped up pistachios and some rose petals. I'm not a big fan of rose petals. So what I've got is I do have some chopped up pistachios that we can put on some. And it's just a rough chop with a kitchen knife. And then the more southern traditional that I grew up eating is a little bit of confectioner's sugar, just sifted over it. So whatever option you like. And there you have it, our pistachio crusted lemon bars.
Yeah.